Hey guys, it's Nicole. I am just filming a little project that I recently worked on for a friend. I'm actually filming this in my bedroom because my scrap room is in total ruins. I went back to IKEA this weekend and got more of those wires that hang across the wall to hang all your embellishments because I went crazy. You guys see how organized and psycho I am about being OCD. And I started organizing everything on my walls, like all my primas are together, all my bling, all of my ephemera. So everything is literally off my walls in piles all over my floor, all over my desk, because I'm trying to organize it and get them all in those clips. But anyways, this is just a 12 by 12 canvas that I made for a friend of mine. A friend of mine's grandparents recently passed away, and, well, actually, her grandfather passed away a while ago, but the grandmother just passed away, and, so they were really close, with them, and she had asked that I make her and her husband a canvas for their house, and she gave me this little list of paper, with all of this woman's favorite things. So, it was quite a challenge to include everything. They told me that, to include her family, music, dancing, Corona beer, and she always wore red lipstick. So, this is sort of my take on it, including all of those things, but let me just go over how I made this really quick. So, I took the 12 by 12 canvas and I painted the edges using a champagne colored acrylic paint. Then when it dried, I took pine cone glimmer mist, and I'll try to show you a little area here. And you can see I sprayed it all over the edges. And then I took old lace and I sprayed that on the edges as well. And then once that was done, sorry, I was having issues with the camera. I took some Mod Podge and cut a piece of La Romantique Graphic45 paper, 11 by 11, so that it would leave about an inch around the edges, or a half inch around the edges, and I Mod Podged that on. And then, of course, I took Vintage Photo and Black Soot Distress ink, and I distressed all the edges of the background paper. Then I took some Tim Holtz photo corners and put them in the corners with hot glue. And I took the black and white picture that she provided me with of her grandparents, and I used a little bit of Vintage Photo on top of it just because I wanted it to have that more brownish tone and less black and white. So I just did a light rub on it. Then at a scrapbook store, at an antique store, I got this book of musical paper, and there was a song coincidentally called Music in it, so I aged it, and then that incorporated the fact that she loved music. She loved Frank Sinatra and stuff. And then for dancing, her and her husband used to ballroom dance. I added just this piece of the La Romantique collection, and I just basically distressed and aged the edges, and then I added just a little teeny tiny rosette on her belt just to give it some dimension. Then, of course, regarding the love of her grandchildren, I added, this was just a piece of ephemera that I had, and then I used a rub-on and wrote Love My Family using the rub-on, and I distressed the edges, and then, of course, I added this little adage ticket that says love, just to represent the love of her family. Then down here, I took some Tim Holtz link chain, I think it's called, and I used some alcohol ink to really brass it up. And then these are Karen Foster, her dance charms. It came with a pack of 5 dance charms. So I used the dancing shoes, the top hat, and this little music note. And I hung them onto the link chain across the bottom here. And then it was really difficult to figure out how to incorporate Corona on here. So at my local scrapbook store, I found this huge bottle cap top that almost looks like a beer bottle top. Can you see that? So I used that. I put a piece of design paper on top and distressed it, and then I used some thickers, and they called their grandma and grandpa Bam and Pop. So it says Bam and Pop. Then I just have some Prima Bling around the edges here, and I made these flowers using using Graphic45 paper, and I used the technique that I learned from Miss Claudia's videos, which was a take on following the paper trail, Laura's video. I used kind of like the shorthand of that Miss Claudia showed, because I didn't have like a ton of time. I had to do this in like 24 hours. And then these are Canvas Prima leaves that come in like cream, and I just sprayed them with Glimmer Mist, and I can't remember what color I used. Oh, Old English. So I made 2 of those flowers, and then finally I had a rub-on that said lipstick, so I just rubbed it on a piece of paper and antiqued it, and there's like the little lipstick case. And then this key I just put to kind of symbolize like a legacy or family, to again get that point across. So this is the canvas. I really like the way it turned out. I think it's really beautiful. They want to hang it in their home, so I was trying to really make it like the colors of their home to match. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I really need to do a haul video because it was my birthday last week and I made a super duper scrapbook killing. So I really need to do a video and share that with you guys. I'm going to try to do that soon. Maybe I'll even film it today. But I know I haven't posted a video in a while, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Bye.